Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I am back today with home fragrance empties. It's been about a week since I filmed my last one. I have a decent amount of stuff here, both Scentsy as well as vendor wax. As always, timestamps will be down in the description box for you so you can jump around to whatever you are interested in. I have a lot of stuff here, a lot of different vendors. Let's go ahead and start with Scentsy. Finished off 3 bars this last week from Scentsy. First up, Starburst Sky. Do I have the notes on this one? Yes. Apple, vanilla, coconut, and amber blossom. To me, this one is very reminiscent of Ariana Grande Cloud, or kind of leaning on the Baccarat Rouge 540 perfumey fragrance. I love this bar. I'm so glad that it's coming back for spring summer catalog. It is just, oh, it is so pretty. I know a lot of people get the cigarette smoke scent from this. I have never experienced this with Starburst Sky, and it's definitely one of my favorite bars for spring and summer. So I did open a club, just like a one and done club, just to hold some of the bring back my bars and things like that. So Starburst Sky is definitely one that I would put in that club just to make sure it comes back when fall and winter discontinues it, because it is just such a beautiful perfumey scent. Next, I finished off Pink Lemon Water. Melted this one in my living room. I just got this from the flash sale that happened in January. There was a bundle of 6 bars and they were all kind of fruity floral scents, and this was one of them. Rose water, lemon, and sugar. I really got that rose water note out of this bar. Strong performer. Like I said, I put the whole bar in my living room. It went only for 24 hours, but that was fine. I really enjoyed it. It was a nice, subtle floral. Maybe the lemon and the sugar gave it kind of hints of sweetness, but I wouldn't say that this is a lemon forward scent by any means. Definitely a rose water forward scent. But it is just a nice, light rose fragrance, perfect for, around Valentine's Day, perfect for spring and summer. I will say today is February 11th that I'm filming this, and I'm starting to get kind of anxious that, winter is over in 2 weeks, because, come March, I really do transition to a lot of spring type of melting, and thinking about all the winter wax that I still have in my melting basket over here and just in my collection in general, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need every season I need to be double in length so I can get through what I want to get through, but that's okay. This is obviously not a super wintry wax, but just feeling like I'm running out of time. Okay, then the last from Scentsy is Caramel Praline Cake. This was gifted to me from Steph Melton, so thank you so much to her. She gave me, I don't even know, 5 or 6 bars of this. I love this scent. This is one that came out in the Scents of the Season collection in 2023. And I melted the bar I had of it, loved it on cold, but it was so light that I was like, well, if it's this light, it's not one that I need to get more of. It's not one that I need to maybe club or anything like that. And then I had a bar that had sat for a few months, and when I went and melted that one, it was so much stronger. So this one just really needed some cure time, and I was kicking myself for not getting any more of it, but she so kindly gifted me some of her bars. Love this one. I put this in my kitchen. This is one of the best bakery scents that Scentsy has ever done, and in general, I don't think Scentsy does bakery very well. This is Sweet Praline, Buttery Vanilla, and Caramel Drizzle. It just smells like a rich, caramely vanilla cake. It is so good. Love it, and it is a good performer once it's had some cure time. Okay, that's everything for Scentsy. I did change out one wallflower from Bath & Body Works. Put in Lavender Vanilla. I'm almost done with my wallflowers. I'm getting really close. I think I have 2 or 3 left in my back stock. This is Lavender Blossom, Creamy Vanilla, White Woods, and Sugared Musk. Already really can't smell this one. It's very, very light. even right when I put it into the wallflower. Natalie, around Christmas time, sent me some air wicks that she really loves, and I have really been enjoying those. I put one of them in my bathroom, and that's been performing amazing in there. And then once I get done with the wallflowers that I currently have, I'm going to put the other air wick in that same outlet, but I wanted to finish off my wallflowers first. But it has been performing in the bathroom so nice, so strong, and the scents are lasting the entire bulb. You know, you can smell them from the time you're putting them in to the time you're taking them out. So I'm excited to try more of those and see how those do in a bigger space. But one wallflower. Okay, my makeup today is going to drive me nuts. My mascara on this eye is sticking to the bottom lashes, and I'm like, it keeps getting stuck. Oh, okay. All right, let's go next with the vendors that I just have one scent from. This first one from Britta's. This is Terminus. Christine gifted this to me in a friend mail recently. It looks like maybe it was part of an advent calendar that Britta did. This is smoked oud, amber, sandalwood, and brown sugar. I'm assuming Christine didn't care for this because of the smoked oud. I loved this. This was so freaking good. The smoked oud is so good. Really wasn't super appropriate for the time that I melted it. I definitely would have probably done this in, you know, October, November, early December maybe. But I couldn't wait until the fall to melt this. It was just 2 pieces, so I put it in this wax room. It was gorgeous. I love the smoked oud in this. I will say this died relatively quick. It didn't last as long as I would have thought it would have, but the time that I had it, it was so amazing, and I love the smoked oud in that. That was so good. And then from the Melt Stash, Summer just recently gifted me a bar of Purple Rain. So this has rain, blackberry, and chocolate orchid. So Summer has really been turned on to chocolate orchid lately, a really big fan of it, and I couldn't tell you if I'd ever tried it. Maybe I had and I couldn't pinpoint it, and so she gifted me a couple of chocolate orchid things to try. This was really, really pretty. I put this bar, it was like a snap bar. I put it into the 3 warmers in this wax room here. And chocolate orchid, I don't know how to describe it, but it's not chocolate. It's orchid. It is floral, but it has kind of a deeper pull to the floral, if that makes any sense. Like there's something mixed with it that kind of brings the floral down a little bit, and it's not so bright in your face. It kind of creams it out, if that makes any sense. This was really pretty. I liked the fruitiness that you got from this bar. I don't know if I could have picked out rain or blackberry per se, but there was definitely other things going on alongside the chocolate orchid. And this performed amazing, so strong, such a great performer. I've tried a few things from the Melt Stash before, and everything I've tried has been just amazing in performance. So she's definitely a vendor on my radar. I went to the website to go browse, and then I immediately got off. I was like, Alexis, stop what you're doing. I'm not in the market to buy from anybody right now. But eventually the Melt Stash is somebody that I would like to purchase from. Seems like her site is always really well stocked, and I like the snap bars. It's a white wax, which I can really appreciate because it just keeps your warmers looking nice and not having to clean up the glitters and stuff like that. I like that wax too, but that's something I do like about like Lavender and Speckles and just these vendors that have, I don't want to say basic because it's not a bad basic, just the no fuss. They're kind of just understated in the colors and everything because it just makes the cleanup process easier. But eventually, long story short, I would like to buy from the Melt Stash at some point and try more of her stuff. But thank you, Summer, for sending me that one. From the Melted Mousse, I finished off a loaf of Elm Street. So this was a customs I did back in December of 2023. This is iced vanilla woods, sugar cookies, and lavender marshmallow. I had 2 loaves from the Melted Mousse that were very winter focused, and so I definitely wanted to get through those 2 loaves this winter, especially because they report in December of 2023. I didn't want them to go until next winter season and be 2 years old. I finished both of those loaves, so I'm really happy about that. This one, I probably melted in my open concept 4 or 5 times. I know I showed this in an Empties a couple of weeks ago as one of the unempties, that's something that I was working on, because this took me so long to use because you didn't need much of it. And like I said, I filled my open concept 4 or 5 times with this before I finally finished it off. Gorgeous scent. I love the Ice Vanilla Woods. That's really prominent in this blend, and you're getting that sweet lavender marshmallow. Amazing, and it is a great performer. I only have maybe 7 or 8 pieces of wax left from the Melt and Mousse, so my collection is definitely whittling. Yeah, I hope that once I get through everything I have, I would say I hope Jackie's health is good. That's the #1 priority. But I hope that she does come back to pouring one day, and eventually I would get that again if she does. Okay, let's do Candle Nurse next. I'm trying to go from least amount to largest amount. I have 2 things from the Candle Nurse. Finished off a clamshell and pomegranate noir. Melted this one in my kitchen the other day. I think what I had in the kitchen was kind of dying and just wanted something new and fresh for the afternoon. This is pomegranate, rhubarb, raspberry, plum, watermelon, clove, pink pepper, balsam, cedarwood, patchouli, amber, and musk. A lot going on in this fragrance. I really got kind of the patchouli, the musk, the cedarwood. It was kind of a spicy, woodsy perfume type of scent to me. Really pretty. Probably not one I would get again. Not that it was a bad scent. It performed great in my kitchen. I put this whole clamshell in there. Just probably not my favorite on scent preference, and I'm trying to be better about not straying too far from my favorites and just kind of sticking with favorites, and then trying some new things too, because that's how you find things you love, is from trying new things. But my repurchases, I really want to keep to did you absolutely love it, then you can repurchase it. So pretty perfumey, kind of masculine scent. Enjoyed that in the kitchen, and it performed well. And then I have one of her Serenity Shape bags in Maya Mac Dressed in Black. Split this bag between this wax room and my master bedroom. This has notes of tobacco leaves, vanilla, tonka bean, pink sugar, and sugar cookie royale. This was pretty, definitely tobacco heavy, but I also really got the sugar cookie and kind of the sweetness from the pink sugar. This was a really interesting blend, very beautiful. I enjoyed this in the bedrooms, and it just gave a nice sultry, perfumey type of quality. That one was really pretty. I've got wax on my shirt. From Teddy Bees, I finished off a sample from summer. This is citrus, basil, and bedtime lavender. This one is clean citrus and basil, hints of herbal lavender, and lavender chamomile. Very fresh. I like this one a lot. This one really isn't your bedtime lavender. I know it says that, but the citrus basil definitely gave it kind of a brighter fragrance. So I put this in the hot plate next to my bed only because I only had the chunk of it, and so that's a good place for me to melt scents like that. But if I'd had a souffle of this, I probably would have put this in the open concept, because that citrus doesn't really give me calming, relaxing, time to go to bed, you know, feels. It gives me wake up and bright and fresh. So probably would have done this in the open concept if I had more of it. But really pretty scent. I liked the mix of the citrus and the lavender. Really unique. I don't have anything else like this, so maybe that will come back sometime. Finished off a souffle of lavender bonfires. So I'm definitely in kind of a winter to spring transition, and so this one I thought would be really perfect for kind of the mood that I was in this day, where I'm still hitting some winter scents, but I'm kind of creeping into the fresher, brighter spring notes. So this one has a sweet lavender, cashmere bonfires, toasted marshmallow, and a hint of vanilla balsam. Really pretty. Melted the souffle in this room and in my bedroom. I really like the sweet lavender in this, and you definitely got this kind of smoky, toasty bonfire. I don't know if I got vanilla balsam. I don't even get anything like that on cold. I really get the lavender, and I get kind of that smoky toasted marshmallow. I don't think I have any more of this, but it was really pretty, and I would definitely get this again the next time it was offered. And then last for Teddy Bees, I have a sample in Cottontails. So this one Christine gifted me. Oh, is that going to focus? There we go. Christine gifted this to me in this friend mail that she sent me a couple weeks ago. And this was offered in the pre-order for Teddy Bees. So when I got this, I was really intrigued by it. Obviously, I'd already bought the Teddy Bees stuff, and I'm pretty sure I got 2 souffles of this scent. This is one that people were really raving about, but I wasn't sure what I would think about it based on the notes. It's laundry and Hawaiian punch. Maybe there's another note to it, but laundry and Hawaiian punch, you know, fruit punch are the main notes in that. And I was like, I don't know how that's going to blend. This was really pretty. So melted this in the hot plate in my bedroom. This is a powerhouse. I'm glad I got the 2 souffles of it, but I think I'm probably good on just those 2 and don't think I'm gonna get any more. My concern, or my thought about it originally, was that maybe the fruit punch would take over the laundry, but that's really not the case. If anything, I'm getting 75-80% laundry with this and maybe 20-25% fruit punch. You can tell the fruit punch is there, but it's just adding a sweetness to this blend. This is gorgeous. And I popped this one into the hot plate in my bedroom. It went for 2 or 3 days. It is really strong. Any of those laundry oils, I feel like from really anybody, are very strong, but Tiffany's laundry type blends, I do think, have a very good strength and performance level. This was really pretty. I actually almost wish it was a little bit more fruit punch in nature and the laundry kind of was toned down a little bit, but I really like the added sweetness in this. And I'm not sure how old this one is either. So maybe the fresh pour, I'll get some more of that fruit punch note, but really pretty scent. Christine, thank you so much for sending this to me and letting me try it. And now I'm just extra excited to get that order. Okay, from Second and Spruce, I have three things here. Speaking of Christine, she sent me a bar. I'm not sure what these were. I don't think she's made these in a while, but this was in Thanksgiving stretchy pants. And it had, I think, 4 or 5 cubes left of it. So I popped this in my kitchen one day whenever kind of what I had going was starting to die. This is pumpkin pie, apple pie, sugar cookie, hints of pecan, caramel, brown sugar, and mallow fluff. So this was poured October of 2023. So almost a year and a half old. This was a beast. This was so good. I've had this scent before. I have this scent in my collection. It is a beautiful Thanksgiving pie type of scent. It really is the perfect Thanksgiving fragrance. And in fact, it is the scent that I kind of have been melting on Thanksgiving the last year or so because it fits so perfectly for that time. Other than Thanksgiving though, it is just a really good bakery and I was impressed with the throw on this one. Like I said, from October of 23, and it was a powerhouse. I could still smell it when I got up the next morning, so that was great. And then I went through 2 mini loaves. First one is Bing Missing You. Definitely wanted to get into the cherry and some of the sweeter scents for around Valentine's Day here. This has notes of glazed cherries, buttercream, sugar cookies, and maraschino cherry drizzle. This was gorgeous. Very much a bakery heavy cherry. It's not medicinal or chapstick in any way to my nose. And I'm really sensitive about that because I really dislike cherry that's like that. but I didn't get those notes from this at all. Very bakery heavy cherry. I will say though, this one died within 5 or 6 hours of me putting it in the warmers. And so midday, I ended up taking it out and putting something else in. So wish it would have lasted a little bit longer. It was great while it was in the warmers. This one was poured March of 2024. I probably would get this again though. It was a really pretty scent, and I don't have a lot of cherry in my collection, but I need to pull out my maraschino sugar cookie brick because now I'm kind of in a cherry mood. I feel like cherry is a good scent to melt this time of year. But I did enjoy that while I could smell it. And then lavender milk and cookies. This one I picked up from her milk and cookies sampler that she did over the summer. I love her milk and cookies so much. I think it's my favorite from any vendor. She does it phenomenally. So this is milk and cookies mixed with house lavender. This one was just a very sweet lavender, very bakery heavy, gorgeous. So I split this mini loaf throughout my whole open concept. This was poured August of 2024, and this lasted the entire day. And when I got up the next morning, I could still smell it. Now I went ahead and changed my warmers because at that point it had been in for over 24 hours and the scent was still there, but it was a little weaker. And so I wanted something stronger and kind of refresh. So I went ahead and changed it, but I probably could have left it in for the rest of that day too. So this one performed fantastic. I love the lavender bakery. Summer has really gotten me into lavender the last few years. Beautiful scent. I would definitely get that again. I have some other lavender from her though, lavender sweet. So I need to probably melt that first. And then lastly, I've got a lot of lavender and speckles here. Speaking of lavender. So I've got one large bag, and that is in Lavender Girl. So I got this the last time that I was called up for customs with Beth because Stephanie and Summer, I think both were talking about this one. So I had to give it a try. This is sweet lavender buttercream mixed with ocean air and apples. Gorgeous fragrance. Really loved this. You know what this one reminded me of? It really reminds me of Orchard by the Sea from Scentsy. It's probably the apple and the ocean air mixed together, but that combination really gave me Orchard by the Sea. So if you like that bar, try this one because I'm not saying they're the same scent and I would need to compare them side by side, but they definitely both have that ocean air and apple, very fresh apple type of fragrance. Really pretty. I liked that one a lot. Honestly, all of these this week were amazing. But it's not too often that I have a dud from Lavender and Speckles. Her wax performs phenomenal for me. So this small bag, raspberry jam, raspberry custard, and French toast. This scent, I believe, was first introduced in the raspberry jam sampler, and this one was definitely my favorite of the bunch. This is beautiful. I love the raspberry custard in this. It's a very sweet macerated raspberry, whereas her raspberry jam is a little bit more perfumey in nature. So you've got the custard, the macerated, the perfumey raspberry, and then the bakery French toast. It is out of this world, you guys. It is so good. I think this is the second or third bag I've gone through with this. So my dad came over the day I was melting this. I was at work. He was hanging with Rip. And so he drove Rip back to my house to drop him off. And I got a text when I was at work. I knew this was going in the warmers from the night before. Like I had put it in the night before, got up the next morning, gone to work. And this was probably like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I get a text, your house smells unbelievable. And it was this. Now, my dad, I don't think has ever once commented on any scent I've had in the house. Not once. Not to throw him under the bus, but he sometimes has a hard time smelling, and so I can put wax underneath his nose, and he's like, I don't know. So the fact that he could, one, smell this, and two, thought it was good enough to text me and comment on it, just told me how much of a winner this is. So He does have a wax warmer. I've hooked him up with the goods. So I think maybe next time Beth offers this, I'll pick up a bag for him because I think this is a scent he obviously will really enjoy. And then I finished off a couple of little sampler pieces. So from the bourbon sampler, finished off bourbon and black sea. I love this one so much. You guys know how I feel about her bourbon oil, but mixed with the black sea gives it such a fresh vibe. It's fresh mixed with the bourbon. It is stunning. Luckily, I have more because I bought a sampler, you know, when she offered them. This was from the testers when we were going through the samplers and trying to figure out what scents to put in the sampler. But absolutely love this one. I love her black sea. I love how fresh and aquatic it is, and then mixed with that sultry deep bourbon. Amazing. From the Barbershop sampler, we've got Barbershop and Warm Vanilla Sugar. Also love this Warm Vanilla Sugar, the Bath & Body Works type. I love how that leans a little bit more feminine, and then Barbershop leans a little masculine. So to me, this one's just cologne, perfumey heaven, and this throws like a champ. Oh, it's so good. I love just a little bit of warmth that Warm Vanilla Sugar brings to this. I definitely would get that again, and I probably have more of it. And then lastly, I have Birchwood Pine, Pear, and Icy Vanilla Woods. So I just got this as a sample in my most recent pre-order from her. There was 2 pieces in here, and I stuck this in my bedroom. This has been going in my bedroom for probably 3 days. It is unfreaking believable, you guys. This Birchwood Pine, this is part of the Birchwood Pine sampler. This was offered the same time as my bourbon sampler, summer sophisticated sampler. I think there was an eggnog sampler at the time. There was just so many amazing samplers in this one pre-order. And since I was getting mine and Summer's, I decided to skip the other ones because I was already 2 samplers, right? But after smelling this and warming this, I am kicking myself for not getting the Birchwood Pine sampler. I'm kicking myself. This is unbelievable. This is so, so good. I love the Birchwood Pine. I love the hints of the fruitiness that you get from the pear. The Icy Vanilla Woods is present, but it's not overly strong. 10 out of 10. Loved this one. So now I know, look out for the Birchwood Pine scents in the future because I really did enjoy that. But that is everything for the week that I finished. Thank you guys so very much for watching. It means a lot to me that you stuck through this video and that you hung out with me this morning. I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.